Hey all you nerds, Gabe aka Froopy Art here, and welcome back to our Gravity Falls Encrypted-inspired Pokemon region! In the previous episode, you're still traveling a weird Ultra Beast-infested apocalypse, helping people, and you defeated and rescued a mind-controlled Cordelia and her poison-type Pokemon. Checking your map, you see that two people are trapped at the Twin Falls Water Tower to the north. You leave the poisoned area and desert behind and cross into the nearby woods. The area is crawling with tough Pokemon, agitated by the apocalyptic events going on. Ilo, Detroke, and Loudrill slink about in the shadows, and you spot something larger stomping your way. Bukavede was our tiny little dragon and bug type we met long ago, and it needs to finally evolve into something large and intimidating. Now, this line is based off of the Bukavede, a demonic creature from Slavic myth, basically a six-legged horned dragon lizard monster thing. So, even though it was previously a bug type, we're only now giving it 6 legs. Though, since Bukavede is known for grabbing and strangling people, how pleasant, I know, we're going to make sure that the front limbs have grasping hands. That also means that it would get access to, grabbing and throwing moves. And actually, because of the armor look that I wanted it to have, it would probably get access to some steel-type moves as well. It's also, it's not the most complex design, and kind of like our Bunyip, I was okay with this feeling a little bit more like a Gen 1 or Gen 2-esque monster design. Alrighty, let's meet Bukavede, the Skitter Pokemon. Though it may have 6 legs, the front 2 are used for grabbing and subduing their opponents. Once it has nabbed its prey, Bukavede drags it back into its lair. Their clawed feet let them climb on most surfaces with ease, giving this dragon type the tactical advantages of smaller bug types. The ability is battle armor, so the Pokemon is protected against critical hits, with the hidden ability being Swarm. With its balanced stats, it ends up being a pretty formidable mixed attacker. What do you think of our dragon bug now that it isn't so tiny anymore? Well, you scare it off with some ice-type attacks and continue on. You hear some spooky wailing coming from further ahead. The ghostly calls echo from around the forest and make you feel a little woozy. Finally, the spirit causing this otherworldly din makes itself known. Yep, it's time to finally finish up our 3-stage Banshee line. It started with the baby Passacry, then became a teenager as Angster, and now we've got a full-grown ghostly adult. It's still very much a Banshee, but with a bit of the classic woman in white style ghost kind of drawn in there too. We got some ruffles around the shoulders and the neck with something that approximates a flowing dress as well. The other bit that is coming on from the middle stage is the idea of punk rock or emo music. I guess more specifically it would be Screamo. A Banshee Wail and Screamo, it's basically the same thing. Now, just like the Pokemon Dragapult, which has its first stage in the design with it, we're giving this final form a Passacry to hold on to. Though it's actually just kind of treating the Passacry like a microphone. It's a little messed up if you think about it too much. But anyway, let's learn all about Banscree, the wailing Pokemon. The spine-chilling effects of this ghost type's voice can paralyze even the bravest of trainers. Banscree hold a Passacry and yell directly into it. Not only does the Passacry not mind this intense attention, but it helps to amplify the Banscree's already powerful vocals. Applauding its vocals will appease it long enough for some overly dramatic bows. The ability remains Wraith Wail, so that means all sound-based moves become ghost type. And the hidden ability is Soundproof. Yeah, what do you think of our finished ghost monotype? Spooky enough for you? Well, you chase it off with a dark type Pokemon and continue on. You should be getting closer, but all you hear is more wailing. You think it could be another Banscree until you realize it's a human crying and complaining up ahead. You see the legs of a water tower and clamber up to find two people, Valentino and Tobert. They are trapped by an Ultra Beast that is just around the other side of the tower. Toby musters up all of the bravery he has and sends out his Candivore. Clasping a Beast Merge gem tightly, the two fuse together. Yep, we just gotta give poor Tobert a Beast Merge. I got some amazing suggestions from the Unfunny Hunter and the Official Golurk that we do a gelatinous cube from Dungeons & Dragons. Always happy to get another D&D reference in. It was particularly perfect for Toby. Poor, unfortunate Toby needed an equally unfortunate Beast Merge. And being suspended in a gelatinous cube, yeah, that's definitely it. The trunk and branches of the tree can be turned into wooden skeleton pieces and a wooden sword for Tobert to brandish. Other than that, it's really just a cube. Of course, the fun part is just getting the render figured out. With a simple Pokemon design, it's usually just a single layer of color that I throw down, but this is an instance where I really needed to layer a bunch of transparent layers to get the effect that I wanted. It's simple, sure, but I think it's pretty effective. Alright, let's check out Tobert's gooey prison. This is Beast Merge Candivore, the Dungeon Cube. The sticky sap leaps from the Pokemon's branches to consume the trainer. After settling into a cube shape, it becomes more translucent to reveal the trainer suspended inside with bits of wood. How the trainer keeps from suffocating is a mystery, and they are in fact quite comfortable and safe inside. After unfusing, they are left covered in a fine layer of mucus. The ability is Goo Trap. That's something new where making contact lowers the opponent's speed and will keep them from retreating from battle. Tobert wiggles about as menacingly as he can muster from inside the goo. Unfortunately, a couple fiery blasts come rocketing around the edge of the water tower and shred through the Beast Merge form. Tobert separates from his Pokemon, and you are left to face the legendary Ultra Beast coming around the corner all on your own. Okay, let's tackle the third Horseman of the Apocalypse. This will be our abstracted version of Death. Now, our four horsemen are all urban legends from different points in history. Our first was the Kensington Runestone legend, which is from the late 1800s. Then La Malahora is from the early 1900s. And now we're going to go with a more recent one, the Charman. Now, there are actually a bunch of different versions of the Charman starting around the mid-1900s. But at its core, it's about a man who is consumed by fire, usually a house fire, while trying to and failing to protect either his wife or a child, and you end up with a charred and tormented ghosty ghost. Now, I wanted to really lean into the fact that the story revolves around two people being consumed by flames and work both forms into the design. I'm particularly happy with how some round shapes and a couple X's become the shape of a curled up person in the center. Alrighty, let's check out our next horseman. This is Charardrim, the Lost Pokemon. UB Inferno glides across the ground, engulfing everything in its wake in flames. Charardrim's partial body parts are made of feather-light burnt carbon, which are imbued and controlled by two ever-mourning lost souls. The exterior parts do all they can to protect those inside the flaming sphere. Its home dimension has been completely consumed by flame. There are no inhabitants left. The ability is something new called Fuel Body. So, the burn status, which normally would not affect fire types, so it can be burned, but it doesn't lose HP and instead gets a boost to its attack. And then on top of that, it uses a signature attack, Flame Rage, which deals a decent chunk of damage and leaves the user burned. It's a speedy mixed attacker, and it burns through much of your team. Eventually, you are able to weaken it to the point where you actually have a chance at catching it. After that, Valentino and Tobert both sigh in relief.
Oh, thank you! I thought we were toast! My new best buddy Valentino and I were convinced we would be Ultra Beast food for sure.
Firstly, I wasn't scared at all, Tobert. Secondly, you and I aren't actually friends. Sharing a life or death experience doesn't make us buds.
Oh no, I came on too strong again.
And thirdly, I don't know, thanks for saving us, or whatever. Come on, my non-friend Tobert, let's go back to town with everyone else.
The two of them start making their way back to Lazy Susie's diner, while you check your map for the next person who needs your help. Now, before we go, let's check in on the Pokédex. This is our last check-in before the end of the series, so we're really not missing much at all. Of the missing Mons, I don't know, which one are you most excited to finally get? Are you confident enough to make a full team of 6 Pokemon, or do you need to wait until the very end? Now, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are enjoying this series. There's a new puzzle added to the Discord server, of course, so check the video description for details on how to join the journal deciphering fun if you haven't done so already. A massive thank you to the Patreon supporters, especially Angel, Cyberlord, and Mason. These 3 are just the best. They're so cool, I can't even shut up about it. Alright, with that, I will catch you in the next one. Later, nerds.